All right, let's dive into an incredible story. Seriously, this one has it all. Ultimate luxury, personal dignity, and, well, probably the most clever and unexpected form of success you've ever heard of. It's a question we've all probably thought about at some point, right? Is it forgiveness? Is it getting even? Well, the story we're about to unpack offers let's just say, a very unique and very powerful answer.
And believe it or not, the answer involves two things you'd never ever think to put in the same sentence: the world's most prestigious cars and city trash. I know it sounds absolutely bizarre, but just stick with me here.
So our story doesn't start on some factory floor or in a boardroom. Nope. It begins with a king, a really bad insult, and a response that would go down in history. Okay, picture this. It's the 1920s. Jai Singh Prabhakar, he's the Maharaja of Alwar in India, and he's just walking around London. He decides, on a whim, to pop into a Rolls-Royce showroom, the absolute pinnacle of car luxury. But here's the thing. He wasn't wearing all his royal gear. He was just in plain, ordinary clothes. So the sales staff, they take one look at him, assume he's got no money, and basically just blow him off. Treated him with total disrespect. A huge mistake. The Maharaja, he didn't argue. He didn't cause a scene. He just turned around and left. But what he did next was just pure genius. And to really get why it had such a massive impact, you have to understand what Rolls-Royce actually was. This wasn't just any car company.
You see, the whole legend of Rolls-Royce was built by two men from completely opposite ends of the spectrum, who somehow came together to chase this one seemingly impossible dream.
I mean, these two founders couldn't have been more different. On one side, you've got Charles Rolls. The guy had everything: money, fame, a big, grand vision. And on the other side, Henry Royce. He came from absolutely nothing, but he had this incredible, almost obsessive skill for engineering and perfection. It was the visionary meets the craftsman.
So in 1904, these two completely different worlds collide. Rolls sees a car that Royce built, and he's just stunned. That single meeting kicked off a brand that would go on to define what excellence even means for more than a century.
And their partnership was just perfect. Royce was obsessed with making every single mechanical detail flawless, while Rolls had the vision and the charisma to sell that perfection, not just as a car, but as the car.
So this perfect combination of vision and skill was about to create something the world had quite literally never seen before.
And this wasn't some quiet little goal they had. No, Charles Rolls put it out there for everyone. He made it their mission statement. Not one of the best. He said, "We will give the world the best car." I mean, what an incredibly bold claim to make.
And you know what? They actually did it. In 1907, they rolled out the Silver Ghost. This thing was whisper quiet, it was unbelievably reliable, and it was engineered to a standard nobody even thought was possible back then.
Now, this is super important. The title, the best car in the world, that wasn't a marketing slogan they came up with. It was a reputation they earned. The public gave them that title. So Rolls-Royce became this global symbol of status, of dignity, of perfection. And that was the reputation the Maharaja was about to take on.
Okay, so let's get back to our story. Back to that London showroom. Now that we know just how much weight the Rolls-Royce name carried, the Maharaja's response becomes truly epic. So after getting snubbed, the Maharaja went back to his hotel, put on his full royal attire, and walked right back into that same showroom. He didn't just buy one car to prove a point. Oh no, he bought 7 of them. He had every single one shipped back to his kingdom in India, and then he gave the order. These incredible machines, these symbols of ultimate prestige, were to be fitted with brooms to sweep the streets and collect the city's garbage.
Can you just imagine that? The best car in the world was now literally a garbage truck? The news went everywhere. It spread like wildfire. Anytime someone, anywhere in the world, would mention the great Rolls-Royce, someone else would just laugh and say, "Oh, you mean the cars that you use to haul trash in India?"
The brand was just completely humiliated. Their entire reputation, built on dignity and prestige, was getting dragged through the mud, literally. Realizing what a colossal mistake they'd made, Rolls-Royce sent a telegram to the Maharaja apologizing profusely and begging him to stop. They even sent him a fleet of brand new cars, completely free, as a peace offering. And the Maharaja, having made his point perfectly, accepted.
So what can we take away from this wild story? Well, first, the story of Rolls and Royce shows us that a dream that's built on real hard work is pretty much unstoppable, especially when you find the right partner with the right vision. But the Maharaja story, that teaches us the deepest lesson of all. When you're faced with disrespect, the most powerful response isn't rage, it's success. It's proving your worth so clearly that nobody can ever deny it again.
You know, this whole thing is just a timeless reminder of a really powerful truth. It really doesn't matter where you start, whether it's a humble workshop like Henry Royce or facing an insult in a fancy showroom. If you have big dreams and a will that won't break, you can build a legacy that the world will never, ever forget.
Which kind of leaves us with one last question to think about. Is a legacy about the perfection you create, or is it about the dignity you command? Maybe, just maybe, as this story shows us, they're really the exact same thing. Thanks for joining.